Opening hook. Sometimes, a single act of kindness can heal a heart that even billions of dollars couldn't fix. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone you love, and subscribe, because today's story will remind you that money can buy everything, except emotions. Scene 1, The Lonely Billionaire. Ryan Walter, 38, one of the richest men in the city, sat silently in his glass-walled office on the 40th floor. Outside, the world looked perfect, cars rushing, people running, dreams floating, but inside his heart, there was only silence. It was Father's Day, and for Ryan, that day was a wound. 3 years ago, he had lost his wife and only daughter in a tragic car accident. Since then, he stopped smiling, stopped attending family events, and stopped believing in love. Every year, he'd send millions to charities, but no gift could fill the emptiness that lived in his heart. On his table lay a small handmade card, the last one his daughter, Lily, had given him before she passed. It said, "To the best dad in the world, I love you forever." Ryan held it close, eyes wet, whispering, "I miss you, sweetheart." Scene 2, The Poor Girl with a Big Heart. Across the city, in a tiny bakery that smelled of freshly baked bread, 19-year-old Emma worked from dawn to dusk. Her mother was sick, her younger brother went to school, and she was the only one keeping the family alive. Emma was poor, but her heart was pure gold. She believed that kindness always came back, no matter how hard life became. That morning, she saw a little boy crying outside the bakery. When she asked him why, he said, "I don't have money to buy a cake for my dad. It's Father's Day." Emma smiled gently. She took a small chocolate muffin from the counter, wrapped it neatly, and said, "Here. Tell your dad it's from you." The boy hugged her, eyes sparkling. Her boss frowned at her for giving food away for free, but Emma didn't care. "Some things," she whispered, "are worth more than money." Scene 3, A Chance Encounter. That evening, as the rain began to fall, Emma closed the bakery and waited at the bus stop. But buses were delayed, and she didn't have an umbrella. Suddenly, a black limousine stopped beside her. A tall, serious-looking man stepped out, Ryan Walter himself. He was returning from a charity event nearby when he saw the girl standing alone in the rain, shivering. He walked over and said quietly, "You'll get sick. Let me give you a ride." At first, Emma hesitated. "Sir, I can't afford." He interrupted softly, "You don't have to. It's just a ride." Inside the car, Emma noticed his tired eyes and expensive suit. He looked like someone who had everything, and nothing. "Are you okay, sir?" she asked gently. Ryan looked out the window. "Do I look okay?" There was silence for a moment before she smiled faintly. "Sometimes the richest people are the loneliest ones." Those words struck him like lightning. No one had ever spoken to him that honestly. When he dropped her home, she said, "Thank you, sir. I hope you smile again someday." Scene 4, The Gift. The next morning, Emma saw a news headline. Billionaire Ryan Walter donates $5 million to Children's Hospital. She smiled. At least he helps people. That day, she decided to do something crazy. She spent her little savings, barely enough for bread, to buy a small wooden frame and some ribbons. Then she sat by candlelight and made a simple gift, a hand-drawn picture of a little girl holding her father's hand, with the words, "Happy Father's Day to all dads who miss their children in heaven." She didn't know where to send it, so she went to Ryan's company the next day and gave it to the receptionist. "Please," she said shyly, "give this to Mr. Ryan. Tell him it's from someone who understands pain." Scene 5, The Billionaire's Tears. When Ryan saw the handmade gift, he froze. His hands trembled as he read the message. The picture reminded him of his daughter's drawings. The handwriting was simple, innocent, filled with warmth. He sat in silence for minutes, then broke down. For the first time in years, he cried. He told his assistant, "Find this girl. Now." Scene 6, When Worlds Collide. The next day, Emma was shocked when a luxury car stopped outside her bakery. Ryan himself stepped out, holding the frame she'd made. "Did you make this?" he asked softly. She nodded nervously. "I just wanted you to know that you're not alone, sir. Pain doesn't mean life is over." He looked at her, truly looked at her, at the kindness in her eyes, the innocence in her smile. Something inside him began to heal. He said, "Come work for me. Not as a charity, but because I need people like you, people who still believe in love." Emma hesitated but agreed. She joined his company as an assistant, helping organize his charity programs. Scene 7, Healing Hearts. Months passed. Ryan started smiling again, slowly. Emma's energy brought warmth into his cold mansion. She reminded him of his daughter's laughter, of life's small joys, the smell of rain, homemade cookies, silly jokes. Emma never tried to change him, but her kindness did. She'd leave little notes on his desk that said things like, "You did your best today," or "Your daughter would be proud." Every time he read them, his heart grew lighter. Scene 8, The Unbelievable Moment. One evening, Ryan took Emma to the same park where he used to play with his daughter. The sunset painted the sky orange and gold. He turned to her and said, his voice trembling, "You gave me something that no amount of money ever could, peace." Emma smiled, tears glistening. "You gave me something too, hope." He reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small box. Inside was a simple ring. "Emma," he whispered, "I know life brought us together in pain, but I want to build something beautiful from it. Will you marry me?" Her eyes filled with tears. "Yes. Yes, I will." Scene 9, Father's Day Reborn. A year later, the mansion that was once silent now echoed with laughter. Emma and Ryan had a baby girl, and named her Lily, after his first daughter. On Father's Day, Emma surprised him again, with a handmade drawing from their little girl's tiny hands. Ryan hugged both of them, whispering, "Thank you, God. You gave me another chance to be a father." As the camera faded, the narrator's voice returned, soft and emotional. Studio microphone, narrator's closing message. Sometimes, miracles don't come wrapped in gold, they come in the form of a kind heart, a warm smile, and a small handmade gift. Remember, kindness costs nothing, but it can change everything. Sparkling heart, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more stories that remind us, love still exists.